Intentions, where the balanced fun hoes go for spiritual enlightenment while still being a little risque.
Welcome back. It's Risky Intentions, the podcast. I'm your girl, Cece.
And I'm your girl, Jordy.
And welcome.
Welcome
to our first-time listeners. Welcome to our...
long-time listeners.
All 14 episodes.
All three of you? What's up?
We love you guys so much. And like always, we're going to start off with our affirmations.
Yeah.
What's your affirmation this week, Jay?
So this week, I am releasing the need to judge myself negatively. I feel like I talk about this all the time, but really
I'm glad
trying
you're saying
to...
this right now as you were just bitching about your hair.
Oh. Well, I mean...
Sorry to put you on blast. I'm sorry.
I mean, you know, naturally...
You look good.
You know how you envision things sometimes that you're just like, I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. But, yeah, I'm just self-talk. The way that you talk to yourself, the way you think about yourself is very important. So I'm trying to get out of that space because it's really ugly and it's low vibrations and it's ghetto here. We don't like it.
You got to speak life into yourself, and we got to practice what we preach. We talk about it all the time. So.
Yeah, but being conscious of it, like really doing the practice of like, nah.
It's a practice. I realize I have like total body dysmorphia. So the second I like start thinking some weird shit about myself, I'm like, flip it
and reverse
you
it.
is fine, girl.
Right.
Yes. Don't talk bad about you. I like you.
Thank you.
My affirmation this week is ours always go together.
I'm sorry.
We do not do this shit on purpose. Sorry, that got me really excited. Sorry. I walk in confidence. I am so proud of myself. Because I am so proud of myself. And I think I mentioned this a couple episodes ago. Like, I need to pop my shit.
Pat yourself on the back.
I will.
You know?
Yeah.
We never do that. It's like, I think being humble is like, it's cute, and being modest is cute, but it's like sometimes you need to remind yourself and others, like, nah.
Sometimes it can be a disservice to yourself.
Yeah. No, truly. When you play your shit small, it's like, how do you really think about yourself?
Confidence and arrogance, two totally different things.
Yeah.
I don't want to be arrogant and like cocky and annoying, but it's like, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am driven, like I'm all these things. So I'm gonna walk in that confidence because it took a lot to get me here, and I'm proud.
You know what I love so much, and it's not even to be like boastful or anything, but like when you can be confident beautifully in like a way that's just like,
that shit is sexy too.
It's
like when I meet somebody
sexy.
so confident, even if like just first time looking at them, you're like, oh, they're kind of whatever looking, or you know, whatever. But confidence draws me in so much.
Yeah.
I just think it's the
I think
sexiest
I would
thing
say that
ever.
you're a pretty confident person. I think I'm pretty confident.
You are. I like that.
I think I'm actually,
for the first time I met you, I was like, that's a spicy little lady, and I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I am, it is confident, baby. But sometimes, you know, you get into your fucking moods and your things and your shit, and then
like,
you're
I'm
down in your
ugly.
dumps, and it's like,
I'm so gross.
don't move like that.
No, so we're not doing none of that this week. We're gonna jump right into our cocktail this week, and so yeah, cheers wherever you at. Take a drink, have a cocktail, a little shot, whatever. But our cocktail this week, I just wanted to like talk about your thoughts and maybe experiences. Dressing up.
I love it.
I'm dressing up in the bedroom.
I love it.
I forgot what I was listening to recently, and it was a guy and a girl going back and forth, and the girl was they were talking about lingerie, wearing lingerie. And the girl was like saying how much she loved it, and the guy was like, yeah, that shit's like totally unnecessary. But I think that was definitely like his personal thing, because I've dated before someone who would be like cash at me and be like, go find something sexy, I'll be over around this time, and
I love that.
Okay,
I love that. That's hot.
That's
hot.
Oh, so hot.
But you know what, I feel like lingerie is something I feel like I did in my early 20s. Like I feel like I used to always.
She was advanced.
Yeah. fuck yeah. I think, like, my ex-boyfriend, like, he just really was into it, and he used to get me, like, little lingerie pieces and stuff to wear. But I know, it was fun.
That is so cute.
It was really cute.
What do you think about, like, costumes? Like, not just, like, your average
role play?
Yeah, like, costumes and role-playing.
I've actually never done that, but I think I'd be down. I probably would break character, but...
Of course.
I think it's funny. My name's Ivanka, and I'm a Russian maid.
She gonna be a spy or a maid?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Hot.
You went, like, spy, I went maid. Like,
Sorry.
She
could be both. She's pretending to be a maid, but really she's a spy.
Yeah, but I think that would be fun. I'm definitely game. I remember talking about it with, like, a girl that had been with her boyfriend for a long time, and she was just like, yeah, no, I don't do that because it's just, like, for what? But I think it is that, like,
Why
spice.
not?
It is the fun. It is the, don't ever get too comfortable. So I think with dating, with, any of it, it's like, keep shit spicy. Put those fucking heels on and work it, girl.
I've always wanted to
I just
do
think
the
it's
trench coat
sexy.
move. Always.
Oh, I've done that.
Pull up to somebody with a trench coat.
Just the trench coat.
Naked?
Yes, for his
Oh,
birthday.
bitch.
He probably thought I was crazy. He had roommates and shit.
You're like, I'm here. Was this also in your early 20s? She said, I'm living out all my fantasies.
Yeah. I used to be very, like, I feel like I'm kind of, like, boring and prudish now that I think about it. Yeah,
you better put them heels on and work it, girl.
Heels on and work it. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
I haven't done much role playing either, and I think I'd like to explore it. I'd like to consider myself an actress.
Ooh.
And I think I could get into it.
Channel her.
I think I've only ever done it like once, and I did have a good time.
Channel her.
I also wouldn't mind being a student because, like, I really like when someone calls me good girl. Like, sexually, I don't know.
Oh my God! Literally, my friend just told me a story. Oh,
somebody was calling her a good girl?
Somebody was like, yeah, that's right. Like, good girl.
It does it for me.
I don't know why. I think I would probably start laughing. Like, I would just, like, stop calling me that.
At first, it's kind of funny, but then it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I am a good girl. I will listen to you. I don't know.
Oh my God!
It's a mental thing.
Weird.
Because, like, just on every day, if you call me a good girl, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm not your child. But sexually, it's like, yes, I am your good girl.
I do like a nasty, like, dirty sex talk, like, in the midst of sex, like, and it's like, suck that dick.
Yeah.
Like,
so you like to be dominated. So it's definitely like a sub-dom thing. And mostly I'm a dom, but the few doms that I've dealt with that call me a good girl, I'm like, yes, I will listen.
Yeah, I've never had nothing like that.
Get into it.
Not
you
like,
gotta role
not
play
like
a little.
the good girl thing.
You gotta let somebody, like, I don't know. I'm like trying to think of a good,
like, spank me.
Like a reason that somebody would like have, like, oh, maybe like a work scene. Like someone's your boss. Someone's your boss. I don't know. I see the cheesy porn shit and it's like, I want to play the characters. I want to do it.
Oh, this little...
Whoever's watching this, please leave us a comment and let us know your thoughts on role playing because I need to know. I need to know what people are doing out here. I need to spice it up. I'm trying to
give us some
pop
tips
up on my girl in the fucking... I don't know, firefighter outfit. She might be into that.
She might be like, ooh, baby, put this fire out. She might be into it.
She might be. I'm going to go find me one on Amazon right now.
I think that it's more so than anything, it's just fun. Like, it's fun to do something playful and, like, to keep that child-esque, like, thing.
Damn. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just...
I understand.
I had an asthma attack not long ago, y'all. I'm just
breathing
going
issues.
through it.
If you're just listening to the audio, don't mind Jay. She's over here getting some air. We're going to jump into our new segment, What Would Risky Intentions Do?
Yes.
Our question given to us was, as a woman, how do you forgive yourself for past relationships / hookups you let slide? How do you learn to say no more frequently to things and people that don't align with you without feeling like a bitch or stuck up? And I feel you, because I think we've all caught ourselves in situations that we were uncomfortable with, and we just, like, let it happen, and afterwards we're like, oh my God, why did I do that? Or we're drunk or whatever.
Well, I think it goes into, like, am I more concerned with your comfortability like, am I going to dim myself to make you
I think as women, that's why we do it.
You know what I mean?
We're,
like I don't want to offend.
the other person's
I don't want to
feelings.
this. I don't want to that. When it's like, but it makes me feel
Whole
bad.
time we hurt ourselves.
Like, it makes me feel really bad about myself. So
because I don't think guys deal with that at all. I think women only have to deal with that for sure.
I don't think it's a thing about being a bitch or stuck up. I think like that part to me, like that triggers me of like, don't identify, like the two are not synonymous. And you choosing to not be okay with something does not make you a bitch or stuck up.
It's like, this is my boundary. And boundaries are so important. We
boundaries
talk about
are important. It's so important. And I think, like to think that makes you anything. And if somebody tries to, like, I think especially like when I was younger and with growing and learning and knowing like, oh no, that wasn't that. You were just gaslighting, or there was this or whatever. And it's like, no, I'm not stuck up. I like that whole sedity or I'm too good or like.
It's like sometimes, I am too good. I am too good for this shit.
Absolutely.
Stand your ground and like.
I think that men, that's something that like I used to hear a lot growing up. Like if I didn't want to talk to somebody and it was like, oh, you're sedity. And it's like, I'm not sedity. I'm just
not into you.
I'm just not into you.
It's like, you have to show people how to respect you.
You have to show people how to treat you. You have to teach people how to treat you.
And it's like speaking up, like, I'm kind of uncomfortable right now. It's like, I might want to fuck you if you make me. Like, but right now, I'm uncomfortable. And it's like, I think that sentence right there, we need to use it more often. Yeah. Because I feel like that's the softest way to say it. And if someone can't receive you saying, I'm uncomfortable,
then
if someone gets mad at you saying I'm uncomfortable, it's like they're definitely a trash human all the way around. It's like, because if I'm dealing with somebody and they tell me I made them uncomfortable, I'm going to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And how can I make you more comfortable? Yeah. Like, let's back up out of this.
But I think that, like, the forgiving yourself, like, before anything else, you come first. How you look yourself in the mirror comes first. And like, don't dilute yourself or put yourself into a situation that is going to make you feel like anything. Like if
sometimes you just end up in a situation. Sometimes
I get it. But it's also like, don't ever be afraid to say no. Don't ever be afraid to like, I can't allow this situation to happen. I can't allow myself to get into that universe because I know the emotional toll that it's going to cost.
Yeah, and it's like understanding that making mistakes is just a part of the journey. If there's anything I could take away from my teens is situations like that and not speaking up for myself, but also understanding like you are not the mistake that you make.
Yeah, you are not like your mistakes. It
your
is
mistake,
just that.
I know I use this as a affirmation once, but it's like your mistakes in general are just a part of the human experience. So we're just spiritual entities having a human experience.
Yes.
And that's a part of the human experience. Yes. Like, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna be in situations, and later on you're gonna think, oh, why did I do that? I shouldn't have did that. And you can't hold on to what already happened. Yeah. But moving forward, stand your ground. Yeah. And it's hard. Yeah. And it's like, people are gonna call you bitch, people are gonna call you stuck up, whatever. They're only saying that because they can't, like, manipulate you, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's a tactic.
Watch out for them gaslighters. Great question.
Great question. Thank you.
What are we moving on to next? The topic? Are we getting into our topic? Yes.
Yeah.
Self-sabotage.
This week we are talking all things self-sabotage, what it looks like, how to identify it, and knowing like how the fuck to get up out of that. Because I think naturally we all do it.
Every day.
And that can be self-sabotaging at work. That can be self-sabotaging in your personal life. That can be self-sabotaging in your relationships. It looks different and it comes in different forms, but it is all the same. So one of the biggest things, or like one of the ways that it kind of looks like ways that you can kind of identify it, it looks like, well, actually, let's first, you want to give the like quote unquote what self-sabotaging is, the definition of it.
Well, I think we can just run down all the ways that we self-sabotage, because I'm sure everyone can identify with every single one of these.
Okay.
Every single one.
So ways that you can self-sabotage, procrastinating is a big one. Mm-hmm. You know, holding things off or pushing things off, or
we're all guilty.
Thinking like, oh, I'll just do it later. One of the biggest things that with procrastinating that I hate to digress, but we here, was like procrastination. For you to procrastinate, it's like thinking that God is going to give you a window, like allow you that window to like basically that you have more time, right? Like you think like, oh, this opportunity is this and that, and it's like
opportunities pass because like,
you're just procrastinating. And preparation.
Oh, guilty. I feel like there's several things I've missed out on.
Yes.
Just out of my own procrastination.
Stop. I don't know what the theme, the burden, the devil like of procrastination, but let's break that off of our lives. It's not cute. We're not here for that. Another way that you can self-sabotage is self-medicating, whether that's drugs or alcohol.
This one I can relate to, where to the point where I feel like now we need to make another episode about it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
we definitely can.
I'm ready to talk about it
because I think it's one of those things we try to min shit. You know, we think like, oh, I'm not really bugging, or take that whole like take a shot for me thing. Like,
or it's like I'm having a bad day. Like first thought, like I'm gonna go have a drink.
Yeah,
it's 10 a.m. girlfriend.
Put the bottle down.
That's not healthy. It's not healthy coping there.
Another one is comfort eating.
Been there. Or I think the opposite of that.
Not eating.
Like starving yourself. Yeah, like you're
that
stressed.
is me.
Your ass will not eat.
I don't eat.
You'll be like, it's 8? I haven't eaten since yesterday. I'm like, I would have killed everybody by now if I hadn't eaten.
I don't know why I do that. It's really ugly.
I'm a stress eater though, for sure.
I can snack. I snack, but I don't really.
I think it's because like food is just reliable to me.
Mm-hmm. You know it's gonna hit.
It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna do me dirty like the rest of the world.
Tier. Q tier. Another one is trouble managing your time. That's a big one for me.
It's more of a work and practice, but it's like you have to find a way, because also we always say how time is like not real. And
we just don't have it. You look up and it's like, you ever think of like all of the things on your to-do list and it's just like, oh my God, I have so much stuff to do, whatever, and it's so stressful and it's that and I don't want to deal with it and it's overwhelming, and then it's just like I don't do any of it.
And now I didn't do any of it. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that's where it comes into finding what works for you.
Yeah.
What's that phrase? We all get the same 24 hours as Beyonce.
Girl, like how do you, how B?
If they make time, we can make time. And I was in a situation once in life that made me literally analyze every single second of the day. That's all I was able to do. And I was like, wow, I am never going to waste my time again.
If you can really master your time management of like, I remember having a planner at one internship after college, and it was like literally 8 to 10 this, and it's like, I think it's good. Even doing timers, like
I'm crazy, but it works.
I'm going to be on my computer emailing for 4 hours, and I'm not going to move until that clicker goes off.
Yes.
Like whatever you have to do, I think.
My friend does a time lapse thing so you can't use your phone. She starts a time lapse on her phone that's recording her until she finishes X responsibility. And it's like, you can't turn your phone off while you're using the time lapse on your phone. It's like, find the things that work for you.
Oh, I would just go ahead and turn that shit right off.
Yeah, you would. Get
out of that.
No, and people do that.
Yeah, I think finding what works is a big one. Feeling overwhelmed by what you need to do
ties into all of those things.
And just like avoidance, not doing anything.
Then you don't do shit.
Another one is doubting your ability or skills. Self-doubt, the mind, the power of your thoughts is so big, but you can literally like put yourself into situations or just create situations in your head that never even come to fruition, that, you know, just fear. And it's ugly, and it's not helping you. It's debilitating, actually. So let's get out of that. Blaming others when things go wrong, not like holding yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable and be self-aware. Like, sure, people don't show up for you how you need them to, but it's like, you know what you needed to do to get
XYZ done.
Yeah, Lord knows we cannot stand.
And chances are you did all of those things. Didn't manage your time well. Felt overwhelmed and avoided shit.
Comfort
procrastinated.
Drank your problems away.
And now you didn't get anything done, and so you're going to blame every other person except yourself.
Yeah. Ooh. Are you talking to me?
Ooh.
Shutting down. This is a big one for me. One
shut down?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm not dealing. Like, I'm just not going to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I will run from it. Not run, but like, I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm just going
to act like this doesn't exist.
You can be talking to me and I'm just like, what? Yeah. That's a big one. But shutting down, it is a form of like just not being able to communicate, I guess, sometimes. Sometimes I'm like being better at it. I definitely know that it's something that I used to do a lot, but even especially like with relationships, like if it's something I'm hearing, something I don't want to hear, I'm like lowering your volume.
I don't even hear this, so
yeah,
it's fine.
It's not real. It's not even real. Picking fights with your partner, with your friends. Is another one. Or dating people that just aren't right for you. Like, you know in your heart.
That is self-sabotaging. They're not going to get you where you need to go. They're not going to help you.
Yeah, why do you hold on to shit that
They're not going to love you the way that you need. And you know that. Let's say the reasons why we do this shit. Because we are all guilty. I'm talking to you.
You talking to me. You. And you. And you.
Patterns learned in childhood.
Like never learning how to fully deal with it.
Yeah, how to manage your time, how to deal with your emotions.
God damn, our parents really fucked us up.
Yeah, inevitably parents fuck us up.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear in having children. I was like, I'm gonna fuck them up in some shape.
We're not gonna. We don't have everything. Like, you know.
You don't. You just do the best that you can. But it's like, I know for me, I was a procrastinator as a child, a little child. Like, I'm gonna wait to the very, very, very last second to do something, and I'm gonna perform well. So that's like how I operate. But it's like it can't always be like that. Mm-hmm. Granted, sometimes under pressure, I'm gonna knock it out the park still. Mm-hmm. But it's like the stress that leads up to that.
Yeah, the stress that it puts you under. And also just like, my sister is like really super, she's a Pisces, super organized though. Super, like to the T.
Super organized people.
And preparation, right? But I think like, there's so much in my life sometimes that I just like, not wing, but a little bit of wing. Like I'm
winging it.
I'm a good winger.
Winging it.
And she's just like, how do you live like this? And it wasn't until she said that I was like, damn, I really am just getting by.
Like, I don't know.
But it's here. Like, I'm sure my life, like, you know, like things could be so much better. I could perform. I could show up for myself so much better.
With more ease.
With more intention and with more ease, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
There was just a little bit more applying myself into it. Like, I'm sure it could be.
So the patterns learned in childhood, I feel like it definitely ties into, like, healing your childhood traumas. What do they say? Feeding your inner child and, like, relearning those patterns. Because that's hard.
Yeah.
When something's ingrained in you since you're little, it's just so hard.
Almost to the point of, like, well, shit, this is who you are.
This is who I am.
This is who you are.
Yeah. Past relationships. Mm-hmm. I think when you're used to seeing things operate one way, you just assume like that's just how things are, and not breaking yourself out of like, no, this is how this will operate now, or it's just like a learned behavior, kind of like in childhood, but it's like relationships jade you and change you, and then
life happens, and
you're like, now this is who I am.
I think that's a hard one too, because it's almost just like, it's like with wisdom, right, or with experience, and like it's hard for me like to. I know that I have trust issues. I know that in my core, I know it, right? Like, I see it. I see it in the way that I talk to people and I communicate with people and whatever. But in those moments, it's like, I can't see anything else. I'm just like, nah, you ain't shit. And I know you ain't shit. And I know you're about to show me that you ain't shit. You know? And it's hard to get out of it. Self-sabotage, like, it's a practice. It is like an every second practice. Like,
keep going, keep practicing.
Yeah, No, self-awareness is like number one.
And the other reasons why, which tie into both of those, are not feeling supported or heard in previous relationships or situations, fear of failure, and a need for control, which I think we are all guilty of all of those. It's like, you see things for what they are, like, or for how you're dealing with them or the relationship you're in. You're like, this just must be how it is. I wasn't seen or heard in this situation, so no one's gonna ever see or hear me.
Yeah. And that's life, right? Like, I think circumstances come up, things happen to us, and we're just like a little jaded, just a little like
no one's ever gonna treat me right or listen to me.
Yeah, because and just like those circumstances do not equate to like how it has to be. It's just one shitty person.
And that literally is in all relationships. Like, you feel like that happens with one boss. Your next job, you know, you're noticing something, you don't speak up on it because you're like, they didn't hear me at the last job, so why would I bring this up here? Like, so it's not just romantic relationship. It's like everything in life. I think we can self-sabotage in. Fear of failure. I feel like that's a big one for me. There is so many things I've wanted to do or thought about, and it's like the only thing holding me back is like my fear of failure.
But it's like, when is like, what's the outcome? Like, what's the flip side of it, right? Like, you'll never know.
It's only failure if you don't do it. Yeah. That's what I'm realizing. It's only failure if you don't go for it. If you go for something and it doesn't work out, then you've learned something and you have experience. And then if you're moving from experience, then you can grow. But if I'm moving from just fear and not doing anything, then I have failed.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
And we have failed at some things.
Yeah.
And only I know about them, which is probably why it's so tough. It's like, damn, I really wanted to try that or do that or whatever.
And I think that people think too, like, with failure, it's like, it's okay to fail. It's okay to not be good at something right away. You know, like, the progression of anything is going to take time. So I don't know why we do that.
We are our biggest critics.
Yeah.
And a need for control.
Yeah. And I think another thing that's big is like finding ways of overcoming it, right? Like, we never want to leave you guys with just like, this is what it is.
We're guilty.
You
We're
ain't
fucking
shit.
up out here. We're all.
Now you got to deal with it. Like,
fucking up out here.
Yeah. But like, also, how do we overcome it, right? Like, that's a big
First step,
thing.
Identify it's happening. Identify the behaviors. Notice, okay, I'm procrastinating a lot. Okay, I'm avoiding a lot. Okay, I'm getting real snappy with everybody. Like, it's me. I'm sabotaging this shit. Like, we are the biggest thing holding ourselves back, and we have to like realize, like, hold on, let me hold myself accountable. This is me. This is me against me only. I think that's step 1.
Uno. Step 2 is learning what sets you off. What are your triggers? Take note of what makes you feel these things. So like, when you're doing something and you see like, wow, this person yelling at me like really made me shut down. This person, I don't know, being critical of my work really made me want to avoid the situation as a whole. Instead of like thinking of like, okay, let me shut down, let me do this, whatever. It's like, what is it about that? What was it about somebody putting a magnifying glass over you that made you feel like, you know, like, why can't you take critical, what is it? Critical
thinking?
No.
Critiques.
Like, why is it that I can't take critiques from someone? Like, what is the bigger issue? What is it about like not being able to like hear something about it? Like, why is that the end of the world?
Yeah,
why does that have
trigger
to
you
be
so bad?
So big when it's just like, oh, you don't like the way I whatever? Because it's
sometimes it can be a projection from someone, and it's like not receiving that. It's like, brush that off. Whatever somebody else said about whatever usually doesn't matter.
But you know, I think
and if it's somebody that matters to you, that's their opinion's important to you, and it triggers you, it's like, get down to why that triggers you so bad.
I think that perception is reality, right? So like, however you're perceiving something, that is your reality, that is your truth, that is the agreement, that is law, right?
For
you. And vice versa.
Right.
So however they're perceiving something, they're seeing it, that's their reality.
For them.
And
we can both be in the same story, the same situation.
And have completely totally different perceptions. And I think that it's, again, we don't exist in a vacuum. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just knowing, like, what your triggers are. And if you need a moment to, like, take a breather, take a step, count backwards from 10, please do so. You know what I mean? Like, you have to figure out what it is that works for you to cope. But, yeah, acknowledging your triggers is huge. And if you know, like, I need a minute. You know what? I just need 1 minute.
That just set me off. Hang on.
Yeah, like, I'll be right back. I need a second. I need to step away. That's fine. It's fine. Live there.
I also think practicing getting comfortable with failure.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, like, you're never going to just be great at everything. Yeah. Very few people are just great at everything.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay to not be great at everything.
And I think we really, like, bang ourselves in the head over tiny failures. It's like,
yeah, this relationship didn't work.
So what? You burnt the rice.
Yeah.
Like, move on. Like, it be the tiniest things that you fail at that you just are like, oh, I can't do anything. Yeah. I heard someone say today, like, I had a client on the phone. They're like, I just can't do anything right. And I just wanted to preach to her, but I didn't. But I was just like, don't talk about yourself like that. Like, it's okay. You didn't do this one thing correctly. But the more you say I can't do something, the more you genuinely can't. That's your life. You can't do anything. Yeah, you speaking and thinking and creating your reality. So the more you give into, the I can'ts, rather than like, what can I learn from this? Okay, this didn't work out how I wanted to. What can I take from that? You can set yourself up to win by taking a lesson rather than just being like, oh, it's a loss.
Yeah, it's
I can't do anything.
Another big one. Jesus Christ. Another big thing is talking things through. And I think just like how you, like, literally what you just did, you were going through the steps of like, okay, this is that. But I don't need to negate myself to this place of like negative self-talk. I don't need to put myself down because I made a failure. I don't need to talk badly about myself or feel like shit for fucking days because something bad happened, or in my head it's bad, or what, you know what I mean? Like,
just keep it matter of fact. Like, okay, I'm mad. Someone treated me this way, rather than blow up or whatever. Like, talk it through. Like, okay, but why did they treat me this way? Like, just talk it through. Or I didn't accomplish this at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, how come I didn't? Let me think of all the reasons why I didn't. Yeah. Let me think of all the things I can do now.
It's the thing, too, of, like, thinking before you speak.
Ugh.
Like, before you respond, turns up, maybe take a breather, maybe take a step back, assess. It's like, stop.
Like, what part do I want to play in this right now?
Yeah, stop, take a look around, observe, and, like, plan accordingly.
Yeah.
And I think
in everything.
That's in literally everything.
Like, how do I want to deal with this person? How do I want to operate with my business now?
But also, like, words, you can't just take shit back. You can't just be a shitty person and then it's like, oh, I just had a, you know, and we all have our moments. I literally was on a call for something earlier, and, like, the girl had said something to me, and I was just like, yep, I understand what you're saying. Just give me a second. And I, like, had to, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk to you that way. It just was, like, in the moment.
And that's on growth.
Yeah, I, like, literally sent her, like, I'm really sorry for being short with you. Like, I was in a moment, and it was a lot going on, and it was stressful, and I didn't need to blow up on you. And I apologize, you know? But, like, yeah, don't be, like, that's not okay.
Like,
shitty
just
behavior
talk
is not
things
okay.
through, and sometimes you need to talk things through in your mind first before you
project
come out
it
as
to anyone
word
else.
vomit.
Yes.
And then identify what you really want.
I am so notorious for word vomit.
Oh, same. Oh, there's so many things I play back in my head. Like,
there's
why
so
did
many
I say
things
that?
I wish I never.
Why
said
did I
to
do
people.
that? But it's okay.
Identify what you want.
Identify what you want.
What you really want.
What do you want out of your romantic relationship? How do you want to operate with your family? How do you want your career to go? When you are crystal clear, I know everyone's throwing around this word manifestation, and when you are crystal clear on what you want, that is when you will have what you want and get what you want. But if you're all over, I kind of want this, I think I want that, I'm not sure, you're going to keep doing these self-sabotaging patterns because you don't even really...
Yeah, you're not anchored.
You don't even really know where you're going, what you want, and how to get there. So...
That's a big one.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna, really, really, really wanna zig a zig.
Wow. We are the next Spice Girls. I didn't even know
If
that.
I wanna be mother. Yeah. You gotta get with my friend. Get with my friend.
You're so funny.
No, but I think that is so huge. Self-sabotage is something that we all do. It's something that, you know, unfortunately, it's just a norm that we have learned to cope with and to just deal. And I think when we really put a magnifying glass over ourselves, over our lives, over our behaviors and the way that we move and treat people and react to, obviously, like, life is going to happen, things are going to come up, and you are only responsible for the way that you respond to things and react to things. But learning how to effectively maneuver in a way that is healthy and beneficial to your state of mind and others and like what you are giving to others is very, very important, right? Like it's it's huge. So it's totally normal, but acknowledging that you're holding yourself back and making the changes to do better and move forward, it's
Yeah, most times when it's not working out, it's you.
Yeah.
If it's not working out, you need to recalibrate and do something different.
Yeah.
And
I think especially with like patterns, right? Of like, why does this keep happening
breaking every
to
chain
me
right now? I'm breaking every chain right now.
Yeah.
And just realizing like, no, it wasn't always like them or that. It's you.
Yeah.
Most times it's you.
Yeah. So many relationships. One thing that I think that it like fucks up or like that I think about in retrospect of just like, I really could have been a different person for people. You know what I mean? Like with relationships.
Oh, yeah.
I could have showed up so much better had I had the tools to be, if I was equipped with things and in the right state of mind, like
sure.
it could have been this could have gone completely left or different.
My ex, for sure, I see now, they weren't awful. They weren't awful at all. But there were so many things they were bringing to my attention that I was like, no, like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's you. And now I realize, like, they were kind of right.
Yeah.
They were kind of right. That's all right. We doing better now.
But, you know, it's like you had to go through that in order to get here.
I did. And now I can show up, like, 10 times better in my relationships moving forward.
And I think that's the beauty of life. Like, we're only getting better.
Right. We should only be getting better.
Like, your children, I say this all the time, your children is going to get a different version of you. Your spouse is going to get a different version of mom. And it's like, people that are in a rush to, like, any of it's just like, nah.
Yeah, the person loving me right now, I'm like, whoo, if you only knew.
You got to do the inner work,
what other people would say.
Yeah, and that's their truth. That was their experience of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But thank God for growth. Thank God for
Won't he do it?
enlightenment. Thank God for wholeness.
Don't hold yourself back anymore.
Yeah, let it go.
Don't do it.
Let it go.
Let's get into our intentions this week. I hope y'all go back and make sure you listen to what we do, why we do it, and how to get through it. Because you're the only thing holding yourself back. Okay? My intention this week is I will only control what I can control, and I'll stay present. This is just a practice. The older I get, the more I realize that I am a freaking control freak. I thought I would go with the flow, but I am not always. And when you're too caught up in trying to control things and how things will go, you're taken away from the moment and just being there. And I just want to be here. I've been trying to do less social media if it doesn't involve work. When I go on dates or out with friends, less phone. I want to be present in the way the night may go or the plans may go. I offer suggestion and just try not to be so controlling. Just be present.
You don't have to control every situation in every moment of your life. It's okay to just flow. Sometimes.
And I'm telling you, this book, I'm only like 11 chapters in and it's so good. What's it called? It's called A Happy Pocket Full of Money. So good.
I want to read it.
It's basically like about quantum physics, the law of attraction, how we value and view ourselves, and the money we attract. And like...
I need all of that in my life.
And a lot of it is, the beginning is talking about how time is like not real. And it's like, if the only time is now, the only time that matters is right now, because the past already happened. The future, we have no clue what's coming. So it's like, just focus on the here and now. And don't try to control it. Just be in it. I just want to be in it.
Be in it.
That's it.
My intention this week is that I release. I just release. I'm letting go. I am letting go.
Let it flow.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it flow.
I was watching this video and it was about this guy and he's like holding this cup and he's like, how heavy do you like, how heavy, it was like a glass full of water. How heavy would you say that this is? And somebody's like, I don't know, 8 ounces, 16 ounces, 22 ounces, whatever. And he's like, it's not about the weight. It's about how long I hold on to it. And the longer that you hold on to things, the more heavy. I can hold it for a day and my hand feels like it's going to fall
be like
off.
10,000 pounds.
I can hold it for a week and it's going to be so
Come on,
heavy.
Jay. Come on, Jay. With the visual, with the analogy. Come on.
And I think naturally with life,
like, how long are you going to hold that shit?
we hold
Put it
on
down.
to things and it's just not our weight to carry.
Put it down.
It's not
Put
our weight.
the cup down.
It's not our weight to carry. It's not our weight to carry. I am releasing. I'm releasing whatever the F that looks like, whether that's work, whether that's a man, whether that is a friend, whether that is a family member.
Whether it's a habit.
If it's yes.
Put it down. How long are you going to keep doing that?
How long?
And it's
But
not
also,
serving you.
how long are you going to hold on to it?
That grudge.
That
Go say sorry to
grudge?
your cousin.
Go say, like, let it go and do it for the mere simplicity of letting go. Not because you need their forgiveness, not
It's
because they need your forgiveness.
It's not doing anything for you.
It's literally not doing anything
at all.
for you. Let it go and let God.
Oh, Jay, you preaching tonight. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Woo!
Won't he do it? End of the episode.
See, and that's it.
And that's it.
Thank you for watching Risky Intentions.
Has
Come
been-
back.
Yeah.
But come back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, all the things.
things.
Leave us questions. We want to keep doing
Yes.
this. What would Risky Intentions do segment.
love this.
So you can ask us questions like us personally, I guess, kind of. But
If you
we
just-
really want to
yeah.
know like what you working through, what you need help, what's been on your mind.
Yeah,
What's
how
the
are,
decision
how are
you're trying
you
to make?
self-sabotaging, you know? And
help.
how are we going to get you out of this funk, sis or bruh?
We're here for you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in and see you later.
Bye.